I've had people try to give their speech on test day, and that doesn't really work out very well for them, typically. I actually have a piece of chocolate from in there, so I'm going to eat that chocolate while I get you. Okay, so you've all heard all the speeches, so everyone's given their speech, right? Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to give you some persuasive speech feedback. Now I've got your feedback if you gave your speech before today, right here, and don't let me forget to give that to you at the end of class. But, yeah, so. And then I'm going to give you an end of semester's parting speech. Okay, so, persuasive speech writing. This is my general feedback. First of all, you've all gotten better. Whether you think you have or not, you've all gotten better at your speeches. And I can start to pick up on your style of speaking, which for some of you that's a good thing. Some of you, that's something you can work on. So, watch your videos, and next time you have to give a speech, whether it's a job interview, job presentation, maid of honor, best man, whatever you got going on. Yeah. Next thing I would say is be ready to go. Okay, so I just want to. So I remember how I said your colleagues that went on the first day, Wesley and Rowdy. I didn't take points off of everyone, but I totally did. Right, I added 5 points to their score because they were willing to give their speech on the first day. Right. And we're gonna miss some of our review because we had speeches going into the last week. So make sure whenever you're happy at speaking engagement, you don't wait too long to get ready. Make sure you're ready to go when you should be, because then you have more time to prepare. Organize yourself. Those of you that didn't do as well in your outlining, you can tell in your speeches how well organized you are. Like for example, I'm a little, I was a little organized when we got here today because. Actually, I should pass out the popcorn while we're doing this. I was a little disorganized today. You guys can pass it around, in fact. Don't be too distracting. I was a little disorganized, but that was because I gave a speech, or I was late to the last class. So pass it around and then have it end up in the middle there. Or I guess you can hold it back there. But okay, so organize yourself. This should be enough for everybody. Pick a topic you're passionate about. Some of you picked some really boring topics, and I can tell it was boring because you just kind of went through the motions. So pick something you're going to get excited about. And you didn't have to pick something hard-hitting. Pick something that you're into, right? So if you're not passionate about something, don't talk. Don't pick something else. Don't leave us wondering. And what I mean is that some of you, I was wondering what your persuasive message was, so make sure we're really clear about what you're trying to persuade us of, right? Don't leave us confused.
I have to make sure it's the good stuff.
Tell us how we should change. So some of you gave your persuasion, but I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do. Was I supposed to believe something? Was I supposed to do something? Was I supposed to just think you were right and I was wrong? Tell me what, and there should be plenty for everyone, so take as much as you want. Although I guess we should probably wait till the end. Go to there. So tell us how we should change. Manage your style. So like I say, you all have a speaking style. So some of you have stuff you struggle with, whether it's you're shifting or you get too conversational or whatever it is. Sometimes so manage your style, all right? Because you all have a speaking style. Watch your speech video. I'm gonna watch. I watched my. I didn't watch it all at once, it was 40 minutes long, but I've been watching my presentation, so when I give my presentation to my committee, I'll be more prepared. So, and last thing, of course, is you. So any questions about persuasive speeches? Okay.
No.
Alright. So, now, as I said, we're going to have the end of semester speech, right? It's the speech I give at the end of every semester, and it's kind of my parting message to you guys. And the date's going to be wrong on this, and I'm sorry. I was going to change it before class, but I was late. So. forever to download. So do we have any questions about the exam while we're here? Did I already ask a question about the exam? The review guide's on the online classroom.
How many questions is it?
So we have 50 questions. Actually, let's pull that up since we're here. If you go to content, go to content, right here. There's 50 questions, there's 10 multiple choice, 40 true false, or I'm sorry, 10 true false, 40 multiple choice. You can use anything except a book and your tablet, phone, computer, whatever. So on Monday, May 4th, 1 p.m. in here. I'll bring you a Scantron. All you need to bring is yourself. I have some pencils, but it'd be good if you brought your own pencil because I won't have a ton of pencils.
Monday at 1, correct?
What, I'm sorry?
Monday at 1?
Monday at 1 p.m. Monday, May 4th. And then if you look here, if you go continue on down, there's all kinds of stuff. So that's that. There's more popcorn ready for you to ready. So any other question about the exam?
Oh, here we go.
Also, this is your last opportunity to turn anything in. So if you're like, oh, if you're planning to have a printer problem, have it on Saturday so that you can find another printer for Monday, right? So if you don't have it on Monday, if you leave it at home or something, I'll be like, tough. I mean, that's the end. I'm going to have everything graded because I'm getting ready for my family to come in town, which isn't your problem, but it's not my problem if you can't bring stuff. Okay. So the title of the speech, and it will be, let me just change the date because I know you don't want to see it without the right date on it, do you? There you go, change. This is my party message for you guys. So, I gave you the life gem about graduation announcements. I gave you, what other life gems have I given you? We talked about online dating. Television's, well, we're really talking about online. We're talking about what television tells us about online dating. What else have I talked about?
How to deal with the crack whore.
How to deal with a crack whore, that's very important, because you never know. I mean, I've had 2 crackheads in the last year. I've dealt with 2 crackheads.
One crackhead.
One cracker or one crackhead. I did a deal with the police, like, think your dog is being used to lure children. That's always a big concern, right? Money-making scheme, if you have a dog that will just roam and then come back. Anything else? Okay. So this speech is called 2 Things. And there are 2 things that should be on everyone's list when it comes to choosing a partner. And this kind of relates to what she was talking about. Not really, actually, though. And this applies to whether you're gay, straight, bisexual, transgender, two-spirit, transsexual, two-spirit. That's where like your body is one thing and your mind is another thing.
You're just covering it all.
I'm covering it all. This applies to anyone. This doesn't apply. This isn't just. This doesn't apply. So this applies to you, right? Unless you're not looking for a partner forever, which is also another option. You can become a hermit. So my question for you is, any guess that there's 2 things? When you guess on what those 2 things should be, and I'm going to tell you a story, and then we'll see if you can come up with those 2 things again at the end. When you guess what those 2 things are.
Personality.
Personality is not one of them, but that's a good thing too.
Just not important then.
Yeah, it's not one of the 2 things. It's not at all. Well, I guess one of them is partly personality, but not really.
How they treat their family or their mom.
That's an important thing, but it's not one of them that I'm thinking of.
If they're good looking.
That's part of one of them. Actually, one of these is a part of that one. So,
I'm gonna die today.
I'm attracted to him.
Yes, you
Oh, like if he looks like that when he's 40, I'm totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to look at your parents and see if they're attractive. What was yours?
It was the same thing.
Okay,
As long as
That
the
was
parents-
hers, I just,
you just gave an example.
yeah, I just couldn't go over.
Okay, you're gonna see a picture of my parents here in a second.
Awesome.
I look more like my mom's side of the family than my dad. Although I don't know, my dad. Everyone says I look like my dad. I don't know. Anything else? Any other suggestions? No? Okay. Alright. Normally I wish I had a board so I could write these up and see it. But alright, let me tell you a story. So, you've seen this picture before. This is me graduating high school. My best friend Josh, he's the one that got cut off the picture. And I totally mailed that to him, so he'll see him. I don't know if he'll remember that's on his arm or not. And this is me back when I was more of a gazelle. Now I'm more of a Clydesdale.
You look short right there.
Like what?
You look short.
Sorry. This is me when I was a gazelle. I could run 5Ks. Now I have to switch to cycling because I can't run anymore because
Could walk a 5K.
I could. Oh, I'm sorry. I could run a 5K, but my ankle would hurt really bad the next day, and so that means I probably shouldn't do it. So, but that's not important. The point is, when you're young, you can date anyone you want. The person that you're dating when you're 18, 19, is probably not the person you'll be dating when you're 30. And even if it is, that's the relationship's going to change. So if you can date whoever you want, you can date. Dating is not that important. So you don't have to be that selective. So you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. But as you're getting older, you kind of have to be a little more selective. You kind of want to know what you're getting yourself into. So these are my parents, my mom and my dad, obviously, Dave and Susan. And they, this is them in Oklahoma City. They're coming to town next Thursday. My gosh, that's almost 8 days away. And they've been married 35 years-ish. I don't know exactly when their anniversary is, but and as far as I know, they've had a pretty good marriage. I don't remember any massive fights. I don't remember them ever like doing any trial separations or anything like that. They're both teachers, so they don't make a whole lot of money, but then again, teachers don't want to lose their jobs. So they've been pretty solid. They've, Then this is my brother. People say we look a whole lot alike, even though we're half brothers. And this is his wife, Susan. And if you remember, my mom's name is Susan, so his wife and his mom are now both Susan Hayes, which is kind of weird, but it's okay. It's only weird for people that have. It's only weird for everyone else, but for me and my brother, it's just mom and Susan, so it works out. Anyway, she's a mother. She has 2 kids from her first marriage. And she, when she divorced, she was looking for a gentleman, and my brother's, he's a stand-up guy. He's got an MBA. He makes actually really a lot of money, so he's looking for. So he's done a lot of dad things for her children, and this is her children, Michaela and Chantel. I need to update this picture because this is 7 years old. She's now going away to college next year, so she's 18, and she's now 14. But I bribed Chantel to take this picture with broccoli, right? So, once again, when you have a child, you kind of need to be a little more selective about who you're going to be dating. So, and this is them at their wedding. DSMC, Dylan, Susan, Michaela, and Chantel. So, yeah, they've had a pretty good relationship. They've been married 8 years now. I guess it'll be 8 years in December, but. On the other hand, this is my cousin. She's amazingly beautiful. She's smart. She's got a master's degree in social work. She's got a really cool job. She's got a lot of things going for her. But she has dated losers her whole entire life. She's I think 8 months older than me, and she's on her 3rd marriage. Both partners, both husbands, she has cheated on with the next gentleman. With the last one, she cheated on him with a disabled trucker. That sounds bad. She does alcohol counseling. It was a former alcohol counseling client of hers. She's also an alcoholic. She is, and whenever her life goes bad, she's like, oh, I need to fix my life, and then her life starts going well, and then I can drink again. So anyway, all right. So and this is her last husband, Glenn. In addition to being an amazing, unattractive person, which is not, it's just, everyone's talent style. He's also bipolar. Never really had a decent job. Was really bad. Wasn't really. He was never really left. She would never trust him to be left alone with their child. Right? He's just not a very good person. Now, my cousin and I are not on speaking terms right now because she was fussing because she cheated on him with the disabled trucker. And I was like, hey, what'd you expect him to do? He started saying mean things to her and not being nice about it. And I was like, well, what'd you expect? You cheated on him. He was your husband and you cheated on him. But like I say, you need to be more careful. The first marriage, they didn't have any kids. This is their child. Once again, she's now like 8, so this is an old picture. But it's a really cute picture. So she needed to be a little more careful about who she was going to date, right? Once you have a child. The new one I have not met. I did not go to the third wedding. The weddings have slowly gone downhill. The first one was like a traditional $20,000 wedding. Second one was at my uncle and aunt's home. Third one was at a bar. Slowly gone downhill, and she bought everyone a cake. She couldn't afford $100 in appetizers for everyone. I did not go to the third one. But I've heard from my parents have met the new husband. He's a decent person. We'll see. So, keeping all that in mind, what are the 2 things should be at everyone's list when looking for a partner? So we were close with good looking. That was one of these was a part of that. And then somebody said something about personality, which is a part of, which is kind of one of these. Which is kind of one of these is a part of personality.
Would it be like how you react to the situation?
Not really. Well, I mean, kind of.
Someone is not crazy.
So he's not crazy, that's a plus.
That does not come out right away, I promise.
It does not come out. They go out there for a while before they get back with their ex-husband, right, Kaylee? Yeah. Anything else? Any other suggestions? I'm going to give them to you. This is gold. Good teeth, no credit card debt. And the reason is,
That's very true. It makes
It
a lot of
is.
sense.
That was really built up to be something great. None of this bad advice.
these are both things that you can fix, right? Good teeth, usually if you've got a good upbringing, your parents put you through braces when you're 13, 14, and you hate it, but you do it and you end up with good teeth. And even if you're an adult and if you're sitting there saying, oh, I have bad teeth, I'm screwed, there are adult procedures you can get to fix your teeth, right? The other one is no credit card debt. That one makes a lot of sense because if you're not able to, it's not so much that you need to make a lot of money. Like I said, my parents are both teachers, but they live within their means. We did not have matching furniture growing up. We did not go to Disney World. We went to, the South Dakota, which was really fun, but not as expensive as Disney World. So now this speech has changed throughout the years, right? So this was a recent one. This is a previous one, right? This was Jennifer. Remember Tim Tebow girl, right? She's now married to Julio in Dallas. And this was the year before. That was a while ago. This was Lauren. She was a mom as well. Well, I shouldn't say as well. She was a mom, and she was awesome. But she also she didn't let she actually let the crazy out, but she was really pretty, so she got away with it. So that's my speech. That's my party message. So good teeth, no credit card debt.
That's money.
So
I can't
that's
argue
that.
with it.
Thank you. You didn't all have to clap, I guess. And this one's moving to Texas soon, and there's our dog hanging out. Chin. So. All right. So we have 15 minutes for our review, and so let's do 2 questions. You just kind of like split your groups in half, and then we're gonna do final check. Got it? Get some popcorn. There's still popcorn left. Also, So Kayla, just so we're clear, this is what we're talking about, right?
Yes.
This is still recording.
Yeah.